All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to session 2 of Just Meditate. Good to see you here. Good to see familiar faces. Awesome. Welcome back. Kata, Les, Randy, good to have you here. So, session 2, we're going to talk about mind-body connection and everything in between. But first, for those that are new to Fireside, a little recap of how it works. It is participatory medium, which is said that you can participate more actively during these sessions, which makes you able to talk directly to me, ask questions, either to chat or in voice or even with your camera on. It is more interactive. So last week we tried it out, was the first session, and I noticed that people couldn't type in the chat. And that was most likely because they didn't have all access. So those that were here last week and have been there during that session the whole time, they got all access from me. So we can try it again. You have at the lower side of your screen, the lower right, a react button. You can click on that and you can find a reaction there. You can choose an emoji, as it's called. And then hopefully you have down at the bottom of your screen something called add message. And then you can type something in and hit send. So you can try it out. I see people reacting with emojis. And if you still can't participate, even if you've got all access, well, I don't know. I see there's a new button there called Q&A. Oh, that's where actually the chat comes in too. Okay. It's a new app. Things are updating all the time. So anyway, you can try it out. You can type something. Then we know what it is. Someone wants to speak. I don't know who. Can I see that? Ah, great to be here. Kata says great. Yes, okay. Then it's working. Awesome. All right. Let's get started. A little recap from last week, not the technical stuff, but what we talked about. We took our first steps into meditation, and I wanted to talk more about surrendering there, but we ended up doing a very basic meditation. But surrendering, and like I said, with that example from that scientist that tried to meditate and had these electrodes on his head and tried to get in that alpha brainwave state, he didn't manage to do that at all, and he just gave up. And the moment he gave up, he went into that meditative state. And we explained a little bit more about that sweet spot you want to hit to get into meditation. Today I want to talk about mind and body, and actually the question, why do people meditate? Why do people sit still with their eyes closed, or laying down with their eyes closed, or why are they staring at a point in the room and basically doing nothing? Well, it seems like they're doing nothing, but actually on a cellular level they're very active. It is all to do with changing our state of being, our feelings, emotions, and our thoughts. And what has this to do with our body? What kind of benefit does this have with our body? Well, our state of being and the way we are, our body's physiology reacts to that right away, almost instantly. We see that in our life courses where I use sensors that they put on people's ear, where you can measure the variability of their heart rate. Um, we see that right away. So the moment somebody calms down, has a different breathing pattern, get to in a more meditative state, and creates feelings of joy, gratitude, care, compassion inside of themselves, we see their heart rate variability changing right away, almost instantly. And I always do a little trick with them. I then all of a sudden talk to them directly, and then they get a little bit stressed, and we see that straight away in the heart rate as well. So our state of being, the way we feel, the way we think, has a lot to say for our physiology. So when we do heart-brain coherence sessions, and maybe you have tried the 7-day meditation challenge where I teach heart-brain coherence, um, we see that those that participate in that, they get an immune system boost for up to 6 hours at least. Um, so yeah, it has a great effect on the body. It's quite healthy. That wouldn't say that you shouldn't exercise, for example, but even that has been shown that those that want to lose weight or can do that with meditation alone. Um, how that works, that's another story, because it's more than just sitting. It is also to do with your actions afterwards. But meditation helps in that way. A more direct study that has been done is muscle strength. So they sent a couple of people to the gym to train their abs, and they put people on a couch and let those people go into meditation and imagine, create the inner experience inside themselves that they were training their abs. Both groups, those that were sitting on the couch meditating and those that were in the gym, they increased their muscle strength and muscles in their abdomen. Same test is being done on other muscles as well. And so that demonstrates that our inner experience directly correlates with the physiology of our body. So even by thinking about exercising, we increase muscle strength and stamina. So that's just how our body reacts. And we could say that actually our body doesn't really react to the exterior world. It's all coming from from our perception of the exterior world and what our mind and body, or what we feel and how we think about what we experience in the outer world. So another example is one person that is afraid of spiders can see a spider and react to that with an inner experience of fear, anxiety. And our body's physiology changes right away to that of a physiology of anxiety and fear, a stress response, a flight and fight response. Well, another person that isn't afraid of spiders and actually find them quite cute has sees the same spider in the same environment, but has a whole different perception and experience based on that perception. So that experience, the inner experience created there, is one of, oh, that spider is so cute and hairy, and look at those 8 small paws. And it's an experience of care, compassion, maybe even gratitude, seeing that spider, being delighted about it. And our body's physiology doesn't create a fear response, it creates a loving response. All the hormones get into play in the body. So that is the mind-body connection. And we can force that in a way through something called self-regulation, which is overlapping with meditation and a meditation technique like we do heart-brain coherence, where we create feelings and emotions inside of us, a whole inner experience that we want to have, that our body then reacts positively on. So that's why we do meditation, or you can do meditation. People often say, why do you meditate? And then they answer, yeah, I want to relax. And that's always a quite funny thing because, in my experience, meditation isn't really relaxing, but you have to be relaxed in order to get into a meditative state. That's why we always start a meditation by changing our rhythm of our breath. We calm our breath down, we have slower breath, deeper breath, uh, which makes that our nervous system calms down, which then again lets our whole body calm down. And that's the entrance to getting into a meditative state. So if you're doing meditation solely to relax, you can spare yourself quite some time by just doing breathing exercises, change your breathing pattern. And there are a lot of different breathing exercises. Maybe we'll do some of those as well in future episodes. Different breathing exercises that will have different effects on your nervous system and how your body reacts on it. And then you're not even in a meditative state, you're just relaxing your body. I want to say, let's just try it, shall we? Or if there are any questions, you can pop them in the chat right now. I saw just people trying. Les found out as well how the messages work. Awesome. If you have a question, you can ask to come on stage, or you can put it in the chat while others can get ready for this session. Some people ask, is there a specific way you should sit or lay down or whatever? For just plain meditation, basic meditation, don't lay down. Just sit up straight in a chair or on a cushion or on the floor. You can try to sit on your knees as well. I find that very pleasant myself sometimes, just to sit down on your knees. What is favorable is to have a straight back. Other than that, find a comfortable position. Make it comfortable, because when your body is in the way and irritating you because you are not very comfortable or not sitting in a comfortable position, it will not really help you, isn't it? You will be distracted all the time. Okay. Hello, B11. Okay. Welcome on board. We're going to start with a meditation. And this is the mind-body connection theme. So I was thinking I'm going to guide you in a meditation where we visualize something and create an inner experience. I'm going to be a little bit shameless and going to help myself. I had a very long week. I was in a home after a trip in the middle of the night last night, and well, didn't sleep that much either. I was up early either. So I want some energy. And can we regulate our body in such a way that we feel more energized after a meditation? Well, there's several things here. Your body is, of course, relaxing. You take another breathing pattern. So that already helps a lot. You close your eyes, which shuts the world out. You get less impulses from the outside world. That also helps gathering more energy. But we're also now going to visualize bringing energy in our body. And some people that are very, very down to earth and are like not into imagining things start often to react to me. That like, why do you do this? It's not real. You're just imagining it. But that's the point. That's the point with the whole thing. You have your eyes closed and you imagine things happening to you. It's like acting almost. And again, you're doing this because you want to create an inner experience that your body reacts upon. That's the whole point. That's also the whole point while people that are very spiritual and are doing like dances or chanting or having drum sessions or using singing bowls, they don't use that to be fancy or woohoo, look at me. It's all about the inner experience you're creating. That's why when you go to a party with loud music and festive music with your friends, It's the same. It's the experience you're creating for yourself. Les says, I find it hard to count my breath. Does that matter too much? No. Um, Again, like I said last time as well, don't think too much about doing things wrong or right. Just do it. Just do it. The more you worry about things, the less you get into meditation. Again, surrender, let go. And like I say, don't give a shit. Just do it. Just meditate. And not giving a shit and just letting go really helps getting into meditation, because the moment you're thinking, oh, how long should I be in meditation? What if somebody comes in? Am I doing it right? Am I breathing correctly? All those worries. Just do it. Things will settle down. Things will be okay. And actually, you can't go wrong if you just don't give a shit. It's that easy. Just meditate. But important is that you breathe slower and deeper. Because in the modern world, I don't remember the exact amounts or numbers. But right now, in this time, we are breathing, our random breath is like a 12-second inhale exhale. 12 seconds, I'm not saying that wrong. 12 inhales and exhales per minute. While for many years ago, I think when the first study that was being done on it was something in the 1920s. Then we had a much slower breath rate. And if I'm not mistaken, it was so low as 2.5 breaths per minute. And when you follow me, I always say try a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. So that is much slower than we do now. Now we do 12 of those in a minute, well, before we did 5 or 2.5 in a minute. So just get your breath rate slower and breathe deeper. That's all. And don't think about if you're counting correctly or whatever. You can help though. You can have help with apps or whatever that you can install and that can help you with it. Or you just follow a guided meditation where the meditation guide gives you like inhale, pauses, and then says exhale. But in general, just breathe slower and deeper than you usually would do. That will calm your body down and make it feel like you're in a safe place. All right, let's get started. Visualization. We're going to imagine drawing in energy. Just follow along. Don't think about Bullock's imagination. It's all about the inner experience. And really go for it. Yeah, don't you just like, really go for it. Really create that inner experience that gives the best effect. Just do like all the actors do in the movies. Really exaggerate. Create that strong inner experience. Okay, take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw, close your eyes. Feel yourself getting centered. Breathe all the way out and then breathe in again through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let the day go. Lower your shoulders. Get centered. One more time, a nice good deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Very good. Now breathe normally. Just breathe like you normally would do. And set the intention that this is time for yourself. Self-care, self-love. Nothing to be ashamed for. This is what you deserve. This is what you need. This is good for your mind, good for your body, good for your spirit. And if you benefit from it, other people around you benefit from it too. Even if they don't meditate, you give them good vibes afterwards. And now, breathe slower and deeper. Just breathe slower and deeper. Don't stress with it, don't stress yourself over it, just slower and deeper, as long as it feels comfortable. And maybe on your next out breath, you can lower your shoulders even more and relax your muscles even more, settle down even more. And now notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your nostrils, or maybe you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or in your tummy. Notice where in your body you feel your breath the most and put your awareness on that point. Focus on that point where you feel your breath the most. And this is your anchor point. And notice how you are breathing through that point. Notice the air flowing in and flowing out through that point. Follow your breath as you breathe through that point for a minute or so. I'm going to be a little quiet, and then you might notice thoughts coming up, feelings coming up while you are focusing on your breath. And it's totally fine that those thoughts and feelings come up, and it's even better that you notice those, because then you can be the observer of those thoughts and feelings while you hold on to following your breath. And if you notice you get carried away with your thoughts and feelings, that's also good, because then you can focus on your breath and let those thoughts and feelings go, just like we did last week. Okay, very good. Keep focusing on your breath. Keep breathing nice and calm and a little deeper than usual. Now let's imagine that you're in a garden or a park, sitting on the grass. It's a beautiful day. And with your mind's eye, just look around you and notice what you see in that garden or in that park. Look around you with your mind's eye. Do you see trees, bushes? Is there a pond? Are there any clouds in the sky? Is the grass long or short? Even imagine the smell, the scent of the grass. Maybe it's freshly cut. Create a little scene around you, an inner experience. Make it as real as possible for you. Now imagine from the sun above you coming a beam of sunlight. And that beam of sunlight coming from above hits the top of your head and actually surrounds you all the way. It's like you're sitting in that beam of light from the sun, white, golden, warm light from the sun. Just imagine. Can you feel the warmth even? And if you don't feel it physically, that's okay. Just imagine the warmth of the sun and that beam of lights you are surrounded with. And now we can imagine that we, with our breath, with each inhale, we draw in energy from that light or the light itself into the top of our head, down into our body. So let's just try that. So take a good inhale, and as you inhale, pull in light and energy and warmth from that sunlight, from that beam of light from the sun. Pull that into your head, and then pull it down with each inhale, further and further down. So inhale, pull in more light into your body, light and energy. And exhale. You can even imagine that when you exhale, any gray mist disappears from you. So inhale, energetic, white golden light. And exhale stagnated old energy that might be stuck in your body. Just imagine. Try to make the inner experience as real as possible. Breathing in, drawing in more light. Breathing out any old stagnating energy. Just continue with that in your own tempo. Fill your body more and more up with that energy, with light, fresh, new energy. And not only see it happening, but also feel it. Just imagine the feeling of more energy coming in to the top of your head, down along your neck, down into your chest, filling your heart with good, nice new energy, down into your tummy, your pelvis, your legs, your feet, filling up. And it's okay if you pull in more energy and push down that energy through the ground again, just refreshing it all the time with new sunlight. It's up to you how you would do that. Just draw in with every in-breath more energy. Breathe out any old energy. You can visualize that as gray mist, for example. See that mist disappear. And just continue like that until you notice or feel that you don't have any old energy in your body and everything is full of new energy. Just for no reason and for fun, just put a smile on your face. And enjoy the practice. Enjoy the visualization. Enjoy drawing in that beautiful, fresh, energizing sunlight. You might notice that when you focus like that and do this practice like this, still there are thoughts coming in, still there are other feelings coming in that try to disturb you. And again, don't worry about it. That happens all the time. And the more you practice, the less you will notice those intrusions, the better your focus becomes. And again, it is very good that you notice it, because then you can do something about it. Then you can get back to your practice, get back to your breath, get back to drawing in energy. And you will notice that when you get back to that practice, the thought that came up, the feeling that came up just dissipates. Come on, just draw in more energy. The sun has plenty. Fill those lungs with air and new energy. Let that light surround you and flow through you. Can you imagine your cells getting energized by that sunlight? Not only your skin, but since you're drawing that energy in, also the cells inside your body. Okay. Now we can let go. Let that beam of light go. And get back to your breath. And that point where you feel your breath the most. Anchoring yourself there. And create a feeling, a sense of gratitude as you sit in that garden. Gratitude for the experience, gratitude for life. Just enjoy being there. And know that you can get back to this place, to this garden, or any other place you can imagine whenever you want. Any other place that is nice, that you find comfortable, whenever you want. Now let's slowly get back to the present moment, to our 3D world. And we do that by noticing the room you are in. Just get a sense of the room you are in. Noticing any sounds in the room you are in as you get back, surely but slowly. More and more awake in the present moment. And take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, move your body back and forth and from side to side. Wiggle with your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes welcome back. Welcome back. Right, well done. Thumbs up if you're back and still awake. Yay. Oh, that was my own thumbs up. There we go. Great work. Yes. Good. Very well. So, again, you can think, well, this was silly, but it really isn't. It isn't silly. It is quite serious. It's all about the inner experience. And the body reacts to it. And just notice how you feel right now. It's late at night here, and when I do this, I have some trouble falling asleep now. But that's okay for now. Maybe next time we do a sleeping meditation. Calming our body down, getting more and more relaxed, letting everything go. And a body scan, for example, is a very nice thing we can do to get a good night's rest. But this was about energizing, a self-regulating technique basically to get more energy into your body. And even if like now here where I am, it's dark outside, there's only artificial light, I can just imagine. I can imagine sitting in a park in the garden. I can incorporate the real world in it as well. I can imagine an experience from this summer when we had outdoor meditation behind my house. Beautiful surroundings there with the sea, with sunlight, sunshine, and just re-experience that again. And the inner experience you can of course strengthen with an external experience. So maybe next time when you take a shower and you feel you have like a lot of weight on your shoulders and you just want to let it go, when you're showering, instead of thinking about everything in the future, your shopping list, your mother-in-law, whatever, be present when you shower, be mindful when you shower, and be aware of the water flowing over your back, for example, the warm water, and become more aware of the relaxation you get from that warm water, because then your inner experience is in the present moment as well. So your body will react better to it. If you are taking that shower and you're thinking about your exam the next day and worried about that, your body isn't in the shower. Your mind is somewhere else and your body is reacting on your mind, on your inner experience of being with that exam or worrying about that exam. So mindfulness and meditation techniques help you also in everyday life to stay present and to enjoy the present moment fully, and all the positive things in that present moment you can create a stronger inner experience of, which then benefits you greatly. So with the shower, like it becomes more relaxing when you're mindful about feeling, about how the shower feels, the warmth from the water, how it cleanses your body. And eating as well. When you have your dinner, there's a lot written and said about eating mindfully, enjoying the taste of your food, enjoying the texture of your food, and notice what this does to your body. There's a nice story about people that are so-called health freaks. They are so busy with eating healthy, nutrition, calorie intake, sugar intake, and they're so stressed about that actually when they eat that healthy food, their body is in a stress mode. Am I eating correctly? Am I eating the right stuff? Oh, now I'm taking this. Yes, this is good. Oh, right, yeah. But they're not their body is in a stress mode because their state of being is in a stress mode. They are panicking almost about doing things right. Then when your body is in a stress mode, it doesn't take up all the good nutrition that is in that food. So you're wasting your time basically. But when you just relax and be mindful when you eat, not only about what you eat, but when you eat during that time, and taste the food and even notice and imagine how the nutrition from that food enters your body, how it gets absorbed by your cells and rejuvenates you and energizes you, the effect is much greater. So that's the message of today. That's the mind-body connection, which you train with meditation and mindfulness. All right. Any questions? Go ahead. If not, I'm going to say goodbye and we see you back on Thursday next week for session number 3. And well, I guess we do a body scan next time, which is also very nice. Now we energized ourselves, then we do next week something that will help us with our sleep and help us relax better. Okay. If you have questions and suggestions after the show, you have a link there to our community website. You can join there, you can ask questions there, you can get in touch with me too. And I think I have my link to my profile and all the other social media where you can find me and contact me as well. So thank you, Les. Thank you for joining. Great work, everyone. Hope to see you back next week. Be safe, take care. Namaste.